What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for Bullet Train. Just got back from theater. Phenomenal movie, man. Loved it. Fantastic, man. Had such a blast watching this movie, man. And yeah, let's just jump right in, boys. So the movie is directed by David Lech, if I'm pronouncing his last name right, and of course stars Bad Bunny, Brad Pitt, Joey King, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Sandra Bullock, and many more. And the plot of Bullet Train is Ladybug is an unlucky assassin who's determined to do his jobs peacefully after one too many gigs has gone off the rails. Fate, however, may have other plans as his latest mission puts him in the collision course with lethal adversaries from around the globe, all with connected yet conflicting objectives on the world's fastest. So, first thing we gotta say, the cast is phenomenal. But Brad Pitt is incredible, and we're like, low key, this might be one of my favorite Brad Pitt roles. I've noticed in recent years, Brad Pitt has kind of been playing like the same character. And I don't know if this is just how he feels, just being in the business for so long, and him just being this firm at the age he's currently at. But like, he's been playing in basically this, The Lost City, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's been playing just that chill out vibe and surfer dude type character. He's just like, bro, let's all just chill, relax, all about that fucking like meditation and talking to your therapist and everything. Like, I've noticed this guy, he was kind of like this also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where he was just kind of like just chilling and vibing throughout the entire movie, But out of the three, this might be my favorite out of the three, man, because he was phenomenal, man. I just loved him. He's just like, bro, there is a wall in front. You can't see, but this barrier, there is a door, and just all the other stuff we talked about, his therapist and everything, man. He was just hilarious, man. I love Brad Pitt. I think like I mentioned before, this is probably one of my favorite roles of his, man. I love him in this movie. Sandra Bullock, she was great as well. The handful of times this year, I loved her design in this movie. I loved like the deep eyeshadow she had going on. I loved her look in this movie, man. She looked amazing, man. And you guys remember, you guys saw my Lost series, you guys know how big like Sandra Bullock was in a special place in my heart because she was one of my favorite actresses growing up. Well, she was my favorite actress growing up, man. I loved her movies. But yeah, she will always have a special place in my heart, man. Bad Bunny. I made sure to pay extra careful, close attention to Bad Bunny's performance because, as you guys know, he will be starring in El Muerte, the Z-list Spidey villain that was in 2 issues that for some reason somebody thought was a good idea to give him his own movie. Now, I already knew he was going to have the wrestling part down because for all my WWE fans out there, and you guys are watching my wrestling videos or not, you guys know that Bad Bunny wrestled at WrestleMania a couple years back when they had their first show after the pandemic, where it was a tag match where he was tagging with Damian Priest against Miz and Morrison. And he was fantastic in that match. He looked really fucking good, man. He even pulled up a fucking Canadian destroyer on the outside, man. So I knew he was going to have the wrestling part down just from how good his performance was at WrestleMania a couple years back. But I wanted to see how good of an actor he was. And Bad Bunny was probably one of the best parts of the movie. Like, he low-key stole the show, man. Bad Bunny in this movie was fantastic, man. He really surprised me with his performance. I loved him. Aaron Taylor Johnson and what was the other guy's name? Brian Tree Harry as Lemon and Tangerine. Both of them were fantastic. I loved them. They were definitely the comic relief duo, and they were hilarious, man. I remember when I saw Carson's video, he was kind of complaining about the Thomas the Tank Engine jokes, but bro, I found them fucking hilarious, man. I laughed at all of them, man. I thought that was a really funny running joke with all the Thomas the Tank Engine references. I loved it, man. Their humor and just throughout the entire movie was fantastic, man. They were fantastic. I loved them. Hiroyuki Sanada, which, by the way, he was the reason I even wanted that I got interested in the first one, because as soon as I saw him in the first trailer, like a while back, I forget when I saw the trailer for this movie. This was back when it was still coming out in July. It was probably maybe Top Gun Maverick. It might have been a movie before that. I know I saw it in IMAX because they were like, experience this movie in IMAX and all that shit. And I saw Hiroyuki Sanada's in over. Well, I gotta see it now. And man, he was phenomenal, man. I love Hiroyuki Sanada. You guys always like my favorite Japanese actor. Love him, man. Can we please get him in a Feudal Japan Prey sequel, please? Please? I saw this shit on someone mentions on Twitter. And I'm like, yes, give me a new Predator movie, I guess Prey 2 or whatever you want to call it. Set in feudal Japan starring Hiroyuki Sanada as like a Ronin or as a samurai or something. Give me that movie. It'll be fucking amazing, bro. Just look at The Last Samurai, man. That movie was fucking incredible. But Hiroyuki Sanada, man, he was phenomenal, man, and I loved him. And he also had a really badass entrance. I loved it. He was phenomenal. I loved Hiroyuki Sanada. Joey King as Prince, she was great as well. The rest of the cast was solid all around. Andrew Koji, I also thought was really good as well. I really liked him. Oh yeah, he was in Snake Eyes. That's why I noticed he looked familiar to me when I was watching them. Check it out, he was in Snake Eyes. That's probably why I recognize him. Anyway, guys, so the cast is phenomenal, man. The music, by the way, I gotta say, the music for this movie fucking slaps. Like, you guys already could kind of tell us from just from the trailers using Staying Alive, but the soundtrack of the rest of the movie is fantastic, man. I'm pretty sure there was like a couple, like, they also had like Holding Out for a Hero, which I'm pretty sure was dubbed in Japanese. That was phenomenal, man. The rest of the soundtrack was just full of bangers, man. I loved it. David directing was also on point, man. The man knows how to direct action scenes, but you guys already saw that in Atomic Blonde and Deadpool 2. That continues on here, man. The action scenes in this entire movie is fantastic. I also gotta say, love the editing in this movie. This movie was really, that's really good editing. I wouldn't say it's as good as the editing was in, you know, Everywhere, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, you know. I wouldn't say it was good, as good as that one, but the editing in this movie was really good, man. I really liked the editing. I thought it was really well edited together. And the fights, like I mentioned before, were fantastic, man. Seriously, I love them. And all the creative shit they do in them, like, of course, we saw some of the trailer with, like, the briefcase getting used and all that shit. Loved it, man. The action scenes in this movie were fantastic, man. I love just the overall Japanese, like, you know, look and, you know, backdrop. And so you guys, this is coming a little bit of bias for me because you guys know I love Japan, I love anime, I love manga, I love JR and all that shit. So I'm a little biased, I say, but I love the look of this movie, man. I thought the Japanese setting and backdrop worked really well with this movie, man. And it kind of reminded me, like, yeah, if fucking Crazy Rich Asians was actually set in Japan instead of Singapore, I might have actually liked that movie. And now I've been bored to tears. But yeah, man, love the Japanese, just the overall backdrop and just the setting was used really well, man. I love the look of the bullet train and every time we get to see on the outside and just the overall just city life in Japan looks like Japan is a beautiful city, man, or a beautiful country, I should say. And the cities within are amazing. Tokyo looks amazing. When we were in Kyoto, it looks great. I love this one shot. Pretty sure this was the trailer where you can just where the bullet train is zooming past, and you can see Mount Fuji in the distance, man. Bro, that was probably like my favorite shot in the entire movie was when you see Mount Fuji, man. This entire movie looked really good, man. Like I mentioned before, the directing was really good, man. And I thought the Japanese setting was used really well in this movie, man. I loved it. But like I said, it's mostly a little bit biased for me because you guys know I love Japan and anime. So yeah. Now, in terms of like any flaws I have with it, I think if there's one thing I did have a problem with, I wish Bad Bunny got way more screen time than he actually did. Because I mentioned earlier in the review how much I loved him in the movie and how he like actually low-key stole the show. I was kind of sad when he was gone. I kind of wish we got more screen time and he kind of was more of a main presence of the entire movie because he was just that good, man. I was kind of sad to see him go, man. Also, I gotta say, one thing I also love about this movie are the gore is obviously fantastic. You guys know I love my gore, and I love all the creative ways it's used and just, you know, and just the deaths themselves. The deaths in this movie are very creative, man. There's some really creative deaths in there, man, that just had me in tears. Seriously, man. If you guys are looking for like a fun action movie that you're gonna have you're gonna have a blast watching, Bullet Train is definitely that movie, man. Seriously, I love this movie, man. But anyway, guys, my final verdict for Bullet Train will be a 9.5 out of 10, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, affiliate links down in the description box below. And as always, come out for more. See you guys next time.